Yeah, for sure we have, but I didn't really see it coming this time. In the playoffs at least. It's generally we've been pretty strong when the playoffs start, and this year's been the opposite. So yeah, we'll see. Just try to turn it around.
Any idea why?
Yeah, last week we got spun out under caution, and it destroyed the bottom of our car. So we were making our way forward and feeling pretty good about things, and then we were totally jumped the rest of the day. So Darlington, I made a mistake and bent some stuff in practice, and Kansas, we didn't even get to race. So, felt like Darlington, Kansas, we were going to have cars capable of winning, and then Bristol's generally a struggle for us, and it was again. So, really just haven't had much really good to speak about, but, still confident in the team and what we can do, and just, hopefully all this stuff's behind us.
How does James sort of rally everybody through this?
Yeah, he's good. He does a good job with that, just figure out what we did wrong, move on, and go to the next one. So we're ready to go.
We've seen time and time again that playoff points are extremely valuable. And now for your situation, it seems to be that this is probably one of the best scenarios that we've seen, because Joy being eliminated as a past champion, there's no playoff points that you get to carry over as a past champion. So
right.
How do you put that behind you every 3 races if you're on that kind of cusp and go after the next 3 races?
Yeah, I think everybody talks about throughout the regular season just how important they are, and for us, we kind of made an example of that, unfortunately. So without those, we wouldn't have moved through the first round, and we got another chance, so hopefully we can take advantage of it.
Is there any less pressure coming to a place like Talladega where you can do you might get, it's not always necessarily in your hands?
Yeah, certainly there's, I would say, more out of your control than some other tracks, but at the same time, if you can find yourself in the front and make the right moves, and have good pit stops, good on and off pit road under green, stay with your teammates, all that, I think we'll have plenty of speed to be up front, which we've had here in the past. So there's still a lot to worry about, and there's still things you have to focus on and execute, and ultimately the best place to be at these races is at the front, and we just need to do the best we can at staying there.
What's your comfort level at the Roval?
I'm not real sure, honestly. Struggled last year there, but we did on all road courses last year, and it's been good and bad throughout the years for me. We've had good runs, we've had bad, so not overly confident, but not really too worried about it either. If we can come out here with a good day tomorrow, we should be fine.
Have you had any interactions with the Netflix documentary crew, the cameras?
A little bit.
What has that been like?
It's fine. Yeah, they just kind of follow you around, so ask you a few questions just like you guys are doing. It's pretty much the same thing we do every week.
Given the Drive to Survive thing for F1, could that be a
Never
big
watched
benefit?
it. Never watched it. Don't watch a lot of TV.
Your Superspeedway prep, what does that entail? Is there a lot of it, or some drivers really put a lot of time into it, other drivers just, it is what it is?
Yeah, we put a lot of effort in, watching video and looking at all the stuff our engineers give us at Toyota and JGR, and all the drivers. We all work together really well and look back at past races and things. So I feel like we have a good group of guys, and we're definitely outnumbered Toyota-wise, and it's this racing has become manufacturer racing. But at certain times it works well for us because we're so committed. We're all basically on the same team. Where other guys are, they might be a Chevrolet, but they might be, with different teams or have a beef or something. And, when it comes down to the end, they leave each other hanging. So if we can all make it to the end and be together, we'll have a really good shot at one of us winning.
Dale Jr. kind of saying, I'm just on the broadcast now, that yes, you haven't won on a Superspeedway, but that's a little bit of a bum rap because you won stages, you're usually in the mix, that kind of thing. So I was kind of curious your thoughts. Does it weigh on you at all? Do you care? Whatever.
I think about it every time we come to these places. Like, what do I got to do to get the first one, and then go out and try to do it. So yeah, we've been close, but yeah, I think if we're not in a wreck, we're at the front and in the mix. Just need to figure out how to make that last few laps, make the right moves, and be in position to win.
It doesn't really, though, qualifying here hurt as much as other places, right? Or do you feel like you're at a detriment?
Yeah, no, I think let's see where we're at now. 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. But yeah, the green flag cycle is really what determines where you end up. So hopefully we can work our way forward and see what we can do. Just go race and hopefully not crash. That's all you can do here.
When we saw Logano and Harvick get bumped out of the round of 16, I don't think anybody was surprised. They really haven't had stellar years. You've had a stellar season. Would it be a shock to you and your team if you to the next round?
Well, it'd be disappointing. I mean, we obviously want to move on, and you just never know. I've said it before that it doesn't really matter. The playoffs are tough, and you have 2 bad races in a round. No matter how good you've been all year, you're going to get knocked out. And we dodged a big bullet in round 1, and it's not going to be as easy this time. So 2016 we had a stellar year, and we came here and blew up and didn't make it. So nothing surprises me anymore, really. But I feel like we have what it takes, and hopefully the next 2 weeks go the way we need them to.
Do you almost take the reverse approach of you've had such bad luck that certainly this time you have to? You know what I'm saying?
I've come here thinking that way before, and it didn't work. So yeah, I mean, I don't really try to overthink things anymore. Last week was last week, and this week is this week, and we've got 2 opportunities ahead of us to go out and do a great job, and that's what we're planning on doing.
Out of the tracks you haven't won on, where does Talladega rank on that list?
Well, I have one here, just not in Cup, so that makes me feel a little bit better.
That counts as a win.
You said talked about reference being outnumbered, but I believe it's like 5 of the 12 playoff drivers are Toyotas. Does that change the teammate dynamic in terms of how you guys do teamwork or work together?
Not at all. I mean, our best chance is to all work together all day and hopefully be together at the end. That's our best chance to win.
And then when it gets down to the end, is it just a free for all?
We know what we're doing. We got to figure it out.
How good of a teammate are you when it comes to that? Some people are better than others. I would guess you're probably pretty committed to it.
This is Austin Dillon, driver of the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.